In 2015, I bought a property in Fort Myers, Florida, right near Sanibel Island. I had a guest inquire about renting my property, and he booked the property in March of the following year. His name was Jed. Jed was from Michigan, and he was a huge Michigan Wolverines basketball fan. Now, I don't know a lot about basketball, but I know one thing. If you're a huge basketball fan and you go anywhere in March, you are gambling on the fact that you might not be able to see your team on TV if they make March Madness, the big NCAA playoffs. That's what happened to Jed. So now he's booked, and the Wolverines make the NCAA tournament. So he calls me up and he says, "Do you have the Big Ten Network?" And I'm like, "The big what network?" If you live on the East Coast, you probably might not be aware of what the Big Ten Network is or who they are. It's a group of 10 colleges. And so I presumed that the Big Ten Network was a cable channel. Turns out it was. How did I know that? I called Comcast. I said, "What's the Big Ten Network?" And they told me, it's a cable channel for those collegiate sports teams. And I said, "Do I have that on my package in Florida?" And they said, "No." So how much is that? $10 a month. So, what do I tell Jed? Jed, I don't have it? Or Jed, I can buy it, but you got to pay me $10? It's $10. He rented my vacation property. So what I do is I add it to the cable package for that month. Then I called Jed and I said, "By the way, Jed, I didn't have it, but I called, I found out, and I added it. And oh, by the way, that's free." Also, there's a sports bar down the street called Gator Bites, where a lot of people will hang out if their team is winning. And hopefully, if they're Michigan fans, you'll meet some other great people. So if you want camaraderie, head down the street. And then I thought to myself, how can I just do this one more better? How can I up-level it just a little bit? Just a little bit more. So I called a friend who creates custom cutting boards by wood burning logos and images into them of anything you want. And I said to Marie, "Can you make me a basketball court cutting board with the University of Michigan logo plastered right in the middle of it?" She said, "You betcha I can." When she said that, I thought she was from Canada. And then I shipped the cutting board to Florida, to my house that Jed was staying in. And when it arrived, I got a text message, I got an email, I got a voicemail, and then I saw a bunch of Facebook posts. Because when you find ways to over-deliver in your business, you can create an iconic brand. So then I had Marie make another cutting board so I could show you what it was. $10 in a cable package, $40 in a cutting board, $50 invested, a lifetime of memories. Think of a beach house on the ocean front. You take a pylon and you drive it into the sand, and you drive it as deep as it can possibly go. Because with all 4 of those pillars driven deep, you can withstand whatever hurricane can come. I'm going to go over those 4 pillars with you real quick. First one is over-delivery. To over-deliver means you need to exceed your client's expectations. That's how I define it. To exceed your client's expectations, you simply need to ask them, "What are your expectations?" But you don't pick up the phone and say, "What do you expect?" Instead, you have a simple dialogue, communication. And it's things like, what do they expect from email response? What do they expect in terms of communication? Do they expect you to text back? Do they expect you to Facebook message back? Do they expect you to email back? Do they expect phone calls? Those are very simple understandings of expectations. If you promise to deliver something in 7 days, you can exceed that by delivering it in 5. This is not hard, folks. You just need to look at your process in your company and understand exactly how you work and where can you improve those things. So that's pillar number 1, is over-delivery. Pillar number 2 is listening. And I define this as speak less and care more. Speak less and care more. Whenever feasibly possible, I highly recommend you connect on Facebook with other people. I get it. Some people don't like to do that. They like to keep business and personal separate. But isn't business personal? Isn't that what caring is all about? When you combine these things, you don't have to interact on these social media channels. because they post their entire world for you to see. It's up to you to just simply follow along. You know where they went on vacation, what they like to do for their hobbies. If you're a Facebook friend of mine, you know I love to ATV. The first one is over delivery. The second one is listening. The third one is surprise. And I define that as an unexpected gift at an unexpected time. Now, when you take these pillars and combine them, they're powerful. But if you just simply surprise somebody with something as simple as a postcard, a letter, a handwritten note card, they keep it. They sometimes Facebook it. They sometimes tell the world and they tell their friends. Because now you're standing out. You're a little different than what everybody else is doing. And it's important that you realize that that's the key. The fourth thing is non-self-serving acts. I define that as doing for others that have no bearing or benefit to you. Do you give business books to friends that you think are great? They can help their business grow? That's what I do. I have a stack of a dozen business books. All the same book, actually, called Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. Changed my life. It's about building relationships without getting anything in return. That's about giving right there. Look, I believe that you do business with who you know, like, trust, and care about. That's your personal care package. But I also believe in the high five effect, where you walk down any hallway in any business and you can high five people in the hallway. It's about doing business with people that you really enjoy being around. That's what your personal care package is all about. That's how you get referrals. Because when you care about other people and you care about hanging out with them, it's not business anymore. It's life. That's what it's all about. And just remember, live happy, smile a lot, and high five everyone around you.